Hi and welcome. Do you even know how a music licensing platform is functioning? So today I just want to talk about and present you, if you are really a beginner and you are thinking in trying out in the stock music field, put out your music on different music licensing platforms. I think it is important and it is interesting to know how these music licensing platforms are actually functioning and why it is really important, for example, to fill out all the details related to your music tracks that you are uploading on the platforms are important and necessary. Today I will talk generalities, but these generalities are on the same on these sites that I already told you. So today I really want to speak to you about music licensing platforms. Music licensing platforms, okay? So music licensing platforms like Audio Jungle, Audio Jungle, Font 5, 1, 2, 3, RF, and so on, so forth. So if you are considering to start upload your music on these platforms, it's good really to know how they are working. So you are uploading your music on these platforms, and then what is happening? Well, after you are uploading your music on these platforms, you have to fill out the details, meaning that you have to give a title, then you have to do a description of your track, then the sites it will ask you to put up some keywords, tags that are relevant to your track. Then these platforms will ask about the BPM, what are the main moods that represents your track. Then if you have lyrics, if they are vocal or instrumental tracks, there are platforms who are asking you about the instrumentation. What instruments have you used to compose your music? And all these details are really important, and it is a very good thing. It is important, and you should really pay attention and fill out correctly. Why? Because in fact these music licensing platforms are acting like the Google search engine. So let's imagine like this circle is a platform, yes, and in this platform everybody is starting to upload music. So these dots are let's say representing the music that we are uploading. So you can see it's very chaotic. So there has to be some arrangement, some categorization that the clients can search and can find what they are really looking for. So that's why these platforms created some kind of arrangement, they are created in order. So when somebody is uploading a track, like you or me, for example, there are certain things that we have to fill out to complete. For example, if you are uploading, as I told you, a track, the first thing that will arrange these tracks, and one is really and I think that this is the most important thing, is really the genre. So the genres, there are multiple genres. So you can have like rock, let's say rock, then you can have electronic, classical, I don't know, jazz, and so on, so forth. But there are platforms who go even further, and they will ask of subgenres, and you have to identify. So you have to know your composition where it enters. For example, in rock, you can have, I don't know, you can have ambient, progressive. You can have ambient, progressive, hard rock, and so on and so forth. In the same thing with the electronic. In the electronic, you can have subgenres like ambient. You can have ambient. You can have I don't know, electronic, progressive, and so on and so forth. This will help really the clients to find the music that really suits their projects. So they suits their expectation. So this was the first genre, and then the second, the most important thing, in my opinion, of course, is really the keywords, the metadata. So there, key or text. So there you will put really the keywords that are defining your tracks, and this is really important in the selection that the platform will make. And then thirdly, you have the moods. Because there are platforms who are asking what moods. But sometimes the moods can enter in the keywords. So sometimes you do not have really the moods. So then the moods, you can put it inside in the keywords. So in the keywords, you have to talk about moods, of course. And as I told you, then you have the fourth, you have the BPM. So it's really the speed and the motion of the BPM, the motion of your track, where you can have slow, or many times they are asking really the BPM. It's in, I don't know, 100 beat per minute, 18 beat per minute, 200, 164, and so on. So, or you have to define as slow, medium, or fast. And really, these are the most important, and there are even a few platforms, like for example Motion Elements. They will ask even the key. So in which key have you wrote your music? Like it is in C major, or I don't know, in A minor, but that's not all of the platforms. And these are the main categories, and this is how platforms are categorizing the music. So you can see with these elements, the tracks are really categorized, and now this chaotic circle of multiple tracks, they are really categorized, so like this one. And as I told you at the beginning, these platforms are working like Google search engine. So there's the platform, and inside there's a search engine. So the client is coming, like the Google where you have to type things. Yeah. So the client is coming and he's searching music for his video project, and he knows from the beginning. Let's say he knows that he wants a rock music. He wants rock music. He wants a happy rock music. Puts happy. A happy rock music. He wants a medium. And that's it. And maybe he can even write it down, having a guitar played. And this will lead to a multiple tracks. So after he put inside this, typing inside, the platform will list multiple tracks. Yes. And hopefully you are on the list. Now I don't know if you are the first or the third or the 1000th on the list, but if you filled out this correctly, you will be on the list. Now it's very important, how did you completed all the details of your tracks. You can be on the first, or you can be on the 1000th of a track. Now this client, what he will start to listen this music, and by listening the music he can decide if he likes it, if he finds it suitable or not for his project. Now the question is obviously, how can we arrive to be the first or the second or the third until, let's say, I don't know, the 10th or the 20th. And we will talk about this in the following episodes. But this is for now what is really important for you to understand, and it was important for me also to understand when I started back 7 months ago to upload my music on different music licensing platforms. I really wanted to know how these platforms are functioning, and why it's important to have all these requests well completed and filled out for each and every track. Because even today I talk with my fellow composers. Maybe you are one of them who actually uploading a lot of music, but because it's time consuming, you do not pay attention to these details, and you do not complete really from A to Z all the requirements. But eventually it is important because it will really help you to have your tracks well registered on this platform. and you have to pay attention to details, because, for example, if you are uploading a track that is an electronic track, but in genre you put rock, and then somebody is looking for a rock track, and it is possible that you will appear first, but your track is in fact electronic because you didn't fill out correctly. That will have a negative impact on you and on your library. There are even platforms who can the clients can put those tracks in a blacklist or can report to the site, and so if this happens, then obviously this site will not promote your tracks, and that is happening quite often, as I saw it. So if you are uploading your tracks on this platform, or if you are thinking on uploading your tracks on these platforms, please do pay attention and fill out every details, and it will really help you to have a better visibility all of your tracks. I hope this was informative for you. Thank you for watching, and see you next time.